toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the TCU Horned Frogs. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah Utes offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
And the Utes send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. The give on the inside. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Thomas looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. You got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Now on the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Horned Frogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy didn't.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Snagged in the middle, it's Ezukama. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's James. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Payne. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He makes a grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Chris precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Utes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38. The running game doing work. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Parker. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Thomas back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense set for a 1st down play. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Sneaks it into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boston College. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go to the ground. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Hand off from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, 1 little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. Sets up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Quickly complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense. Backed up.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Banks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Thomas looking to fire. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Banks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football lead.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Payne. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, TCU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Parker. Creates a little room. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run to the left. Just ran him over. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Thomas back to pass. Wide open downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped comes to football, he had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Utes decide to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The run to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football movements. Nice job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's the pressure, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Utah! Defense putting points on the board.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the middle, it's James. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Hoover. for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting you back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
To throw, it's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted for the 11th time.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run it from the gun.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fakes the grab, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Grab near the marker, Mitch Bailey. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, TCU. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the move from inside is 5. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down, looking for more. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Utes will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Find some fresh air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Makes a grab past the marker. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Finds his man. It's Payne. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Come on, get in together. Really, this cannot be happening.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking for space. It's Payne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this